Hey guys, Taylor here and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you've already been here, thanks for coming back. So in today's video, I'm coming at y'all with a quick fragrance review. Today I'm going to be testing out two of the newest fragrances from the Oudgasm collection from Kayali. So if you are interested in hearing my thoughts, then please keep on watching. Before we start the video, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Please turn your post notifications on so you get notified every time your girl uploads a video. And follow me on Instagram. And with that being said, let's jump right into the video. Alright you guys, so let me start this video by saying I am not the biggest fan of ouds, but I really wanted to try this collection. So if you are anything like me and you are interested in this collection but you just didn't want to go blind buy them because it's oud based, I took one for the team, so this video is for you. I picked up two of the four fragrances from this entire collection. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Kayali recently launched 4 oud based fragrances. I got 2 of the 4. I picked up the 2 that I feel like I would enjoy the most. I got vanilla oud and cafe oud. So before I tell you guys about each fragrance, let me show you guys the packaging. So with this collection, it is the classic Kayali bottle, but it is a black bottle, very similar to the elixir from Kayali. The main difference is that the writing on each bottle is going to be different based on the fragrance that you pick up. So if you get the rose oud fragrance, the writing on the bottle is going to be pink, and the cafe oud is like a brown writing, and the vanilla oud is more of like a beige writing. In comparison to the other fragrances from Kayali, the oud collection is going to be a little bit more pricey, and I'm assuming it's because it is a oud. Usually oud fragrances are a little bit more pricey. For the 10 ml of this fragrance, it's going to be $38, and for the 50 ml, it's going to be $140, and you can only get a 10 or a 50 ml of this fragrance. I'm not 100% sure if it is limited edition. Kayali fragrances are usually like between $100 and like $125. So for a oud collection, I do feel like the price is not bad. It's still under $200 for a niche fragrance. So the first one that I'm going to start with is vanilla oud. You guys know I love a good vanilla fragrance, so I'm going to start by telling you guys the notes for this fragrance. I am going to put the notes on the screen, but in the top you have pear, praline and saffron. In the middle you have Bulgarian rose, and in the base you have cashmere wood, vanilla sugar, white musk, oak moss and oud. Y'all, this is such a beautiful fragrance. Let me just say, the oud in this fragrance is not strong at all. It's a very mellow kind of oud. The vanilla in here is very smooth, very sugary, kind of like Kayali Vanilla 28, but not too much. It is such a light fragrance, but at the same time very long wearing. In comparison to like other Kayali fragrances, I do feel like this one wears really well, you guys. It is such a beautiful scent. I wouldn't say to blind buy this fragrance, but if you want to risk it, I do feel like you wouldn't be disappointed with this. The oud in here is not too much. As I said before, I'm not a huge fan of oud, and I was pleasantly surprised by this fragrance. I feel like the praline combined with the vanilla sugar in this fragrance really gives it a nice sweet touch without being too much. It's not a super sweet gourmand kind of vanilla, but it's like just enough to like really carry the fragrance, so it's not super oudy. Don't know if that makes any sense, but like I barely get the oud in this fragrance. It's like just enough to make it smell expensive. I also get a tiny bit of that saffron. I must say the dry down of this fragrance reminds me of something that I already own. If you are familiar with Commodity Gold, I do feel like the dry down of vanilla oud reminds me a lot of Commodity Gold. It's not like a dupe, or it's not like the same exact fragrance, but it kind of reminds me of that. The soft, sweet, feminine side of Commodity Gold with that hint of like muskiness, I'm definitely getting that in vanilla oud. If you are going to blind buy it, I'd suggest getting it from somewhere that you can return it if you don't like it. I think this fragrance is a great introduction to oud. It's not a beast mode fragrance. I feel like it is on the lighter side. When I say light, I don't mean like it doesn't wear well. I mean in terms of how it feels as a fragrance. It is very feminine. It is very elegant, if that makes sense. It's such a beautiful scent, you guys. I layered it with Commodity Gold, and the two together smells amazing. I also used it with my EOS body lotion and my Brown Sugar Babe body oil, the one that is a dupe for Kayali Vanilla 28, and y'all, that combo smells heavenly. The body oil that is a dupe for vanilla 28 is more on the lighter side. It's not as strong as vanilla 28, so pairing it with this fragrance keeps the lightness of the fragrance, but it also brings out the sugary vanilla side of the fragrance. I remember when everybody was talking about Shagaf Oud, saying that it is like the best vanilla oud. I remember trying that fragrance and I hated that fragrance so much. The oud in that fragrance was so strong, so off-putting, it gave me a headache. But this one, not at all. It's so smooth, so mellow. It's such a gorgeous scent, and I'd say full size worthy. Okay, you guys, so moving on to Cafe Oud. This one is not for everybody. I'd say risk it with vanilla oud, you just might like it. But Cafe Oud, don't blind buy this unless you like coffee. It is a gorgeous coffee scent, you guys. Another one that isn't too heavy on the oud, but I feel like I get more of the oud in this one than the vanilla oud. But let me tell y'all the notes. So in the top you have bergamot, mandarin, and cappuccino. In the middle you have geranium, rose damascena, and in the base you have vanilla Madagascar, white musk, patchouli, and oud. Just like vanilla oud, I do feel like this is not a heavy fragrance. This is gorgeous, but once again, not for everybody. I personally get more of the oud in here, but I still feel like it is a very light oud. When I wore this, I got quite a bit of rose. The rose in here is a good rose. It kind of reminds me of the rose in Elixir. So if you like the rose in Elixir, I do feel like you'd like this. It is more of like a sweeter rose, not super sweet, but a really nice smooth rose. It is such a beautiful scent. I didn't get much of the rose in vanilla oud, but in this one I do get more of the oud and rose, slightly woody, just a tiny bit, but not too much. That could just be like the oud that I'm picking up on. The coffee in this fragrance is so beautiful. I do feel like the bergamot and the mandarin kind of gives it like a fresh, I don't want to say juicy, but like a fresh, light, airy vibe when you first spray it, and then the coffee kicks in. It is a smooth kind of coffee. To me, this isn't like your instant coffee or your Keurig coffee. It is very mellow. It's like a Nespresso kind of coffee. Very smooth. It is a beautiful coffee, you guys. Not super bitter, not super strong. Just a little bit of creamer in your coffee to get rid of that bitter taste, if that makes sense. It is beautiful, you guys. If you love coffee fragrances, you'd really like this one. Once again, very light, very sophisticated take on coffee. I really do enjoy this fragrance. When I picked up both of these fragrances, I was thinking that I was going to pick one up in a full size, but after trying both, I kind of need both. I'm not a huge rose lover. The rose in here kind of reminds me of the rose in Pink Pepper as well. Kayali always does a good job when it comes on to adding rose in their fragrances. It's just not too much. It's not old lady grandma rose, but it's just done right. If you're not really into rose, I'd say get the travel size of this one and see if you like it first, because on me, as I said, I did get quite a bit of the oud and rose, but the coffee and the mandarin and the tiny bit of vanilla that is in here kind of pulls everything together, and it still has a little bit of sweetness, but not too much sweetness. To me, it's not as sweet as vanilla oud, but it has enough so it's not like a bitter coffee. Such a beautiful scent. I expected both of these fragrances to be like heavy on the oud. Y'all know when it comes on to Middle Eastern fragrances, they don't play about oud, so I was really scared. But after trying both of these, I kind of feel like I can try the others and it wouldn't be like too much oud. Both of these fragrances are great if you are just getting into oud. As I said, I'm not a huge oud fan, but both of these fragrances are well blended, you guys. If you are looking for a new vanilla to try this fall and winter, I highly recommend vanilla oud. Get the travel size, see how you feel about it, or go in store and see how you feel about it. If you are a fan of coffee fragrances, I can really see you liking this one, like your everyday coffee scent. It's not too much, and I can also see this layering really nicely with the black opium fragrance, just to bring out a bit more of the sweetness in this fragrance, or or layering this with like a more vanilla based fragrance to bring out more of the sweeter side of this fragrance, or something with a milky note just to bring out that sweetness. I'm really impressed by this collection. But that is everything for this video. I really hope this video was helpful. I will have both of these fragrances linked down below for you guys. If you already picked up this collection, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Once again, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.